everybody, welcome back to PadfootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are back in American Truck Sim with our Kenworth 680. 680, right? Yeah. Had to make sure, you know? It's been a while since we've actually driven this truck around. We had the week off, and then we didn't drive it last week. American Truck Sim videos are actually going to be changing a little bit on the channel. I'm only going to be doing one a week for the Nascar series, or between our three, depending on which one I feel like I want to drive that week. Today is K&N series, because I love this truck. And it's just, everything aesthetically goes together, and I really do appreciate that. But that's going to change a little bit, just so we can bring more variety to the channel during the summer. But yeah, we're going to be taking our Kenworth and our custom hauler with Subway on the side for our K&N series down to, and this just reminds me I've got to change this, down to Norfolk, Virginia. Now, the reason why it thinks that we are going over to Georgia is because the age-old story of Virtual Speditor does not want me to go here. It fights me all the time, and this is the only spot in Virginia that I can go. Martinsville's about here, but there's no destination here. So Norfolk's the closest we got, so kind of ignore where the GPS wants us to go. But we've got this. Let's hop in. Let's get everything ready to go. And something else that might be a little new, depending on when you've come to the channel. Trailer brake is on. Well, actually. Give me a second. Alright, well, I'm back. Good morning. I am good. Welcome. Just a little discouraged. My button box doesn't seem to be working this morning. It's the software that's with it. Good morning, the Ultima 63. Just kind of stretch it out and get ready to go. Flashers are on. All the brakes are off. Let's head to Virginia. One thing I love about American Truck Sim is it gives me time to sit down and talk to you all, talk about what's happened the last week or so. And, you know, just to kind of unwind, get to know you all a little bit better. The load today is our K&N car for iRacing. It's a race car for anybody who does not know. Smaller than what you probably would end up seeing on TV from week to week, but still a lot of fun. But that giant Featherlite trailer comes with its own challenges, like not hitting this fence right here that I've done for the last 2 weeks in a row. Yeah, once we get out of here, I'll talk a little more, but it's tricky with this long trailer. It's better than when we come out with our modified trailer and our truck, because everything's so much longer. Okay, we get flashers off now. Just to keep traffic flowing. Perfect, we got a break. Nobody's even coming. Awesome. But today is Tuesday when I'm filming this. I'm not sure exactly when it'll end up on YouTube, but I hope everybody's having a good day. I know that I am, at least a good morning thus far. Besides the fact that Joy DeKey decided to erase all the functions for for American Truck Simulator. We'll get that fixed. Yeah, Ella is currently not in the room this morning. She's downstairs having breakfast, and then she'll be up. But for those of you who do not know, the German Shepherd to my right is obviously an add-on to the game, but I do have a German Shepherd who looks just like that, who is my service dog because I am partially deaf. Alrighty, let's get out onto the highway here. I noticed I didn't even look right, but nobody ever comes from that road. Of course, the one time where I don't check, somebody's gonna come flying through. No, but Ella is. Ella is super cute. You couldn't ask for a cuter German Shepherd. Let's hop onto the highway here. Let's see. It's less than 18 hours. That much I know. You're gonna let me go? Alright, cool. Thank you, ambulance. Stopping in the middle of the highway is not advised, but thank you anyways. I get into the details of everything that's changing in the channel, everything that's changing currently right now, what we did over the weekend here in just a second. But the Ultimate 63, I just wanted to let you know. Thank you for tuning in, first off. Tonight around 8 or 8:30, I'm not sure, there will be an event on Twitch. We will be streaming House Flipper and or Jurassic World Evolution. So just wanted to let you know, little plug in there for those of you watching on YouTube. Over on Twitch, PadfootTD, we live stream those 2 games at night, myself and Danielle, who is my wife, and it's a lot of fun. Got frustrating the last stream, but it can be a lot of fun. Oh, you have your German Shepherd laying in front of you? See, dogs are amazing, especially German Shepherds, very loyal. Well, great, I hope to see you there. And if you're busy, no worries. We'll probably be streaming all week. Alright, let's get on to the 95 here. Lifeline of the East Coast. And cruise. Forgot I don't have my button box. I'm reaching for a button, nothing's happening. There we go. Now we sit back and relax and we enjoy our trip. But, like I said, there's a couple things that I want to talk about here. Oh, you love Huskies? I love Huskies too. I actually never thought I'd actually own one. I just thought aesthetically they were very pleasing, and lo and behold, boom. Almost 2 years ago, we bought a Husky, and she's now with us. We rescued her from Tennessee. I'll tell her story one day. It's not a happy one, you know, before she got here, but it's a happy one now. But the things that are changing on the channel, nothing major. But it used to be I would drive the Hauler and American Truck Sim for all 3 series that we were doing videos for. And I would put them out. There was the trip down and the trip back. Well, since it's summertime and I have the ability to try all kinds of different games, it's going to start bogging down the channel with kind of like the same exact thing. So what I've changed is we will only be doing 1 NASCAR style American Truck Simulator a week. And that'll be the trip from the depot to one of the tracks for one of the series, whether it's the super late model, which is the Pro Stock series on iRacing, the K&N series, which we're doing now, or the SK Modifieds with that beautiful blue truck. I'm only going to do 1 of those a week, and then 1 owner-operator a week. It just gives me that kind of creativity, so I'm not doing the same thing every week. I love driving from track to track, but when I'm posting a video about it, it does kind of get boring. So that's the biggest thing that's changing, nothing major. You'll still be getting your 3 iRacing videos a week, as far as I know right now. Is that only for that truck or just Truck Sim alone? For the changes in videos, it's going to be for like the Truck Sim series. There'll be 1 NASCAR style and 1 owner operator a week on YouTube, which is also usually streamed here on Twitch. Sorry about the phone going off. Yeah, sorry, I probably didn't make that clear. It is still kind of morning time here and getting back into streaming, especially after driving an RV all weekend, which I'll get to in a moment. But something else that you might notice, and the Ultima 63, since you've been here for a whole bunch of streams, you might notice, hopefully now, my audio, my voice audio, is not cutting in and out anymore. At least it shouldn't be. We had it for about 2 weeks, oddly enough. Things are jumping around. Alright, somebody's obviously trying to get a hold of me. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that delay. Just when somebody calls me 2 times in a row, you kind of want to make sure that you answer it, because obviously they want to get a hold of you. And of course, since I'm only doing this as a hobby, it's not like I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Love Providence, 55 miles an hour through here. But yeah, for the last couple weeks, we've been having audio issues with the voice popping in and out, which has been a kind of a pain in the butt. Ooh, roadwork. This is new. Has not been through Providence before. Wonder which lane they're going to close. But we've been having popping in and out of audio, and it's because of the cable that connects to the PC. So I'm hoping that I rewired it, because yet again, I am a theater technician, I am a technical director, so obviously I know this kind of jargon. But I've rewired most of it, and hopefully that voice cutout has ceased. And it was a little wonky the other day, but hopefully it's okay. Over in the stream, let me know if it starts popping in and out again. What kind of phone do I have? I have a Galaxy S7, and that's probably where I'm going to stay for a while. It's hard for me to want to keep up to date with all the newest phones, etc. when it's just so... That's flashers. I'm trying to remember. Quick key for cruise control here. It's just so expensive phone-wise now. Not 70, 65. Come on. So I'm happy with the Galaxy S7 right now. I tried to stay away from iPhone. I had iPhone for a while. Just did not mix well. But now, hopefully uninterrupted, we will continue our journey down to Virginia. Oh yeah, so I was going to talk about what we did this past weekend, which actually relates to the rig we're pulling. Your parents got you the S9. It's a real good phone. See, here's the thing. I love the Samsung series phones, and I would love to get a new one. It's just so expensive. You know, before I was upgrading because of like apps or something would update and you couldn't have it on the old phone. I'm just so busy now. I just need email and text. That's all that I need it to do. You know, for a little while, I even thought about doing a flip phone because I was sick of the automatic updates, etc., etc. You know, old man stuff. At the age of 25, I'm like 25 going on 40. Become a grumpy old man when it comes to technology. But this past weekend, there'll be a vlog coming out on Friday. We went up to New Hampshire Motor Speedway. For those of you who may have interest in racing, if not, you can definitely skip right ahead. But we went up to New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the New England Short Track Showdown. It's a little event that started last year, where there are all the short track divisions that you would find at like NASCAR home tracks, mini stocks, street stocks, pro stocks, and the Valenti Modified Series, which are smaller, which is usually what we drive is the SK Modified Series. All these local people come onto this giant NASCAR track, you know, full-size track, and they race. And it's just such a great little showdown. It's amazing watching these little cars that are used to driving on an eighth of a mile, maybe a third of a mile, and then going out and racing this 1 mile track. You know, there's usually a lot of engines that are blown because the cars are just not meant for it. But it's such a... Ooh, somebody lost a tire over there. It's just so much fun. I really can't wait for that vlog to come out because I feel like I got some really good footage this time around. I'm working on vlogs. I don't usually talk a lot during them, it seems, except for the New York ones that just came out. It was a lot of fun. The weather held off. It was supposed to be really, really rainy. So we're really happy that it held off. I did actually get burned. The sun came out. It wasn't supposed to. It wasn't supposed to come out. Yeah, lost tire back there. It's a bad way to start your day. But yeah, it was supposed to pour. Sorry, just got a weird message. It was supposed to rain. It was supposed to pour all weekend, and we got up there on Friday because we love to camp. We have an RV. We call her Frankie because she's such an old RV, but she's so reliable. And the inside is beautiful, but the outside's not. The outside has had tears in it. It's because it's like a vinyl. It's had tears in it, so it's been stapled and glued back together. So it looks like Frankenstein's monster on the outside, hence the name Frankie. But the inside is beautiful. You don't get to see the inside, obviously, in the vlogs, but you do get to see the outside. Hence her name. But we love camping. We love RVing. So we brought it up on Friday, and we stayed there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Saturday was just a practice day for any racers who could make it. There's a handful there, not as many as Sunday. There was rain throughout the day. We went over and peeked at some of the practices and saw some of the people we recognized from our own home track were there, which is really cool. Exactly, that's the thing. It may be all patched together, but Frankie's loved. The RV is loved, and that's the thing. Last year, when I went to get her inspected, I took a road that I had not taken before, but it's supposed to cut off some time. The problem was it was an antique road, which up here in New England means bad. An antique road in New England is like straight up a mountain, like horse and buggy style. You don't cut into the mountain, you go with the mountain. What ended up happening was I completely destroyed the RV's transmission because there was a point where I couldn't turn back, and I knew there was going to be damage done, but there's nothing I could do. So some of the seals within the transmission got overly hot, melted, and the transmission was dead. So we spent about $3,000 getting her back together, because we asked, is the engine block solid? The body's still solid? You know, we spent that money. We redid parts of the roof. We did a lot of stuff to ensure that we would have her for a handful more years, and it looks like we're going to. Yeah, I know, right? Scary moment when you're stuck on a mountain. There's no place for you to stop. It's a 40-foot long RV, so I can't just back it down miles. Yeah, it was not a good experience. They even had some PTSD from it, but we've gotten over that. Now I still drive her perfectly fine. Yeah, doesn't it? Just the thought of knowing that you're having to cause damage to something you own. Yeah, not happy. Learned my lesson. Got it. It's an expensive one, but I got safe. Frankie got safe. So, yeah, Saturday. Ooh, don't come over to this lane. You better be getting off that exit. Saturday, when there was just practice going on the track, it was free for anybody to go see. We actually decided to head into town, which is Concord, New Hampshire. And we actually went and saw Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. Now, there's a whole story with this before we even go into what what I thought about the movie. What brand is the RV? It is a, I can't remember exactly the company. It's an Eldorado. It was built in 1995. Oh, you did too? Awesome. You know, I love the movie, and I'll go into the movie itself in a second. Yeah, no, old for an RV, right? She only has like 43,000 miles on her because the people who bought her only kept her in a seasonal park. But, so we show up to a Regal Cinema. See, officer. Which I've never been to one of these places before. We go in, we actually already have these coupons, $10 off a ticket from Dr. Pepper. Depending on the movie theater we went to, it could have been free, but this was $10 off per ticket. We're happy for that. We're seeing a matinee. We get there at about 11:16. We didn't think we were going to be able to get in. They got us into some handicapped seats because of Ella, the service dog. And so we hop right in. We don't even get popcorn. But I need a device. Usually they give me either headphones that are hooked up to a wireless pack so I can hear direct audio from the movie into my ears, or they give me a little box that gives the closed captions from the movie. So I could put it there and kind of read the subtitles with the movie. This time they said, let's give you something new. And I was like, okay. There are these glasses. It looked like Google Glass. I'm drifting into the other lane? Probably a little bit. Thank you for the correction. Happens when I get like focused on a thought. So I got these glasses, okay? They look horrendous because they're really big and bulky. Okay? So I get these, and the movie starts. All of a sudden, there's no word showing up. So I was already frustrated about that, but I wasn't going to miss the movie to go out and get something. Thank you. I'm glad. I don't want us to crash either. We've got a lot of money sitting behind us. I didn't want to miss the movie, so I just sat there without the subtitles. Luckily, I was sitting right next to a speaker, so that helped. After the movie, I went out and said, hey, these didn't work. I said, I wasn't able to hear certain parts of the movie, which happens when you're partially deaf. It happens. Well, the manager came over and he was like, first I was like, okay, they're gonna give us a certificate or something. We're never up here, but okay. He ended up refunding our whole family the price of the ticket plus the price of the coupon. So we literally got paid $10 a person to go see Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. So we made money going to see the movie. And then we got some great deal when we went to Dairy Queen because of the cashier put it up wrong when we got like Jurassic World little cups to go along after the movie. We only paid $4 for 4 blizzards. It was a weird day. Now, into the movie. The Ultima 63, I see you over there in the chat. It's sad. It was. There was a lot of heartbreak. There's a lot of, you know, emotions that were pulled in this movie. I'm not going to give any spoilers, okay, for anybody who may not have seen it yet. I plan to see this movie at least 2 more times. Probably one at the drive-ins that's right down the street from us, and at least 1 more time in theater. Because, you know, at this point, we got paid to go. I know, I should go get a lotto ticket, right? I know, I should have. But yeah, the movie was good. Here's the thing. I need to see it again to kind of re-digest it. There was so much that was thrown at me. I left the theater going, what's going on? I had a weird feeling when I left, but I enjoyed the movie because I love the franchise. Do I think it's as good as Jurassic World? I don't know yet. The more that it simmers in my brain, the better it becomes. So I need to go see it again. I can agree. I won't say what that is, but that is the saddest part of any movie since I Am Legend, where he had to kill his dog Sam, which is burned into my brain. For those of you who have seen the movie, you know what scene I'm talking about. That hurt. That hurt everybody. I heard so many people freaking out in the audience when that scene happened. I wanted to cry too. Oh, I wanted to cry. That was the biggest thing we talked about afterwards, was that scene. It's literally like 45 seconds, but it's the saddest scene ever. And I know why he did it. I know why the director did it. You know, it's supposed to realize the sad of everything being left behind or whatever, but oh my god. And then the Ultima 63, then the scene in the house, in the basement with the gas. That was sad too, because I didn't know what decision was gonna be made. Yet again, trying to keep it spoiler free, but some of this stuff is obviously out online already. Go see Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Highly recommend it. Yes, I did stay for the teaser at the end. If you remember it a little bit better than me, because I'm still trying to process everything, can you remind me what it was? Because I don't remember what it was. I'm gonna have to try to process it as we pull into Delaware. Oh yeah, I gotta get a screenshot here shortly. Wait until we pass all these trucks so they're not in the way. Oh yes, I remember that. I remember that. I'm curious where they're gonna go with the next one, because we all know that there's gonna be another one. Alright, I'm gonna step out for a screenshot. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Never really know what to do for a screenshot, but we try. Had some weird audio issues, which I apologize for anybody in the stream. Oh boy. Well, fingers crossed it doesn't happen anymore. It was like a glitch? Oh, probably. But you're not expecting it to come out your phone or your laptop, whatever you might be watching on. Yep. When I stream, I always record for putting it up onto YouTube. YouTube will get the cut version, though. I might. Here's the thing. Nothing on the WAV file that I have here shows that it was repeating. We'll find out, obviously, when I look, when I do the editing. I'm curious if I'll have to find it now or if it was just on the stream. We'll find out, though. You can't miss it. Alright, well, I'll be editing this later today, so we'll take a peek. Have some fun things planned for this week, besides the streaming this evening. We've obviously got the American Truck Sim that we're recording right now. There will be another American Truck Sim Greyhound edition filmed as well. So really excited about that. That's going to be today. As well as a fun little game that I found on GameJolt. So I'm excited to try some of this out. We obviously are going to be recording House Flipper this evening, or Jurassic World Evolution. I think it's going to be House Flipper. Yes, I would love to know something cool. Let me hear it. Ooh, wiggle. Back in your lane, dummy. You're big. Bad exterior shot. Come on. Reset. There we go. As I attempt to stay in the same lane. Let me hear him. I'm up for that. As we pass Baltimore, getting every bit closer. You're in band? Awesome. I was too, throughout high school. Went from lowest to... Wow! Congratulations. That's awesome. I remember when I went, we had such a small band. We had like literally like 20 kids in our band in my high school because that's how small of a school I went to. But I remember when I went from third chair to first chair. So going from lowest band to highest band, that's awesome. Congratulations. What do you play? When I was in school, I played trumpet, and then I was drum major, which for those of you who don't know marching band terms, that is somebody who conducts. Which is actually how I started becoming a teacher. My senior year, I had the opportunity to go teach elementary school students band, and boom, here we are. You were the only one in first chair? Congratulations, that's a lot to have on your shoulders. I was first chair for the very first time my junior year, I believe. I ended up having mono, and I could not play one concert, but I tried so hard. It was bad. It was bad. Oh, I know what that is. Yeah. For those of you who may be watching this, and I'm not going to try to pronounce the name because you'd be so lost, it's like a mini tuba. Is that in treble or in bass for your marking at the beginning? I can't remember. When I taught band, it was literally only flutes, clarinets, saxophones, trombones, trumpets, and a drum line. We did not have a great variety. Okay. Yeah, whenever I tried doing conversions from bass clef to treble clef, welcome to Virginia. Hey, we're almost there. Assumptively. Let's turn on some lights. Ooh, stay in my lane. Sorry, I had to reach up to the keyboard instead of my button box where I don't have to look 'cause I know where all the switches are. But it does seem to be having some issues. This might be actually a better shot for a screenshot. Let's find out. Be right back. And we're back. Ooh, speed limit's up to 70 now. I don't remember it being 73 here, but I'm not going to complain. Yeah, yet again, figuring out what to do for a screenshot is always the hardest, I find. See, our little itty-bitty band and our little itty-bitty town, we got to do like the Memorial Day parade in town, which was like less than a mile. But that's where we got to be drum major. If you went from the lowest to the highest band, if you have to try out for marching band, you've got it. I believe in you. See, this says 8 hours, but that's not to our destination. You got to play with the marching band? See, I remember elementary school, we got to play with the high school marching band once for Halloween. It used to be a big Halloween event. Oh, at a football game? See, I've never gone to a school or taught at a school that has a football team. I like football, but they never have a team everywhere I've gone. That's awesome. That sounds like an amazing experience. The only time I ever got to play at a football game is there's a thing called Band Day at UMass, which is in Massachusetts. We would travel down and we would play with like 100 other bands on the field. Massive, massive amounts of kids. And we'd all play the same song. Same songs, obviously. But we'd put on like the halftime show instead of the college band. It was spectacular. You guys see the sousaphones? That's awesome. To find anybody who actually can play a sousaphone, somebody who's big enough to carry and actually use one, is awesome. We had one person, my time in high school, who could play a sousaphone. I bet you I could now. Obviously, I'm not in band anymore. I haven't even picked up my trumpet for years. That's awesome. That's an awesome achievement for your school to have. Our school was too small to do any sort of best in district kind of things. It happens. It happens. I find when I'm trying to type in a chat or any sorts, I always will like hit the wrong key. My typos are horrible. People will literally have to come back and be like, what were you trying to say? I can figure yours out. Alright, as the night starts to set in and the sun is setting behind us, well, behind / to the right of us, we are getting closer and closer to, well, we're in Virginia, but to our final destination on the coast. Do tell. I'm all ears. Wow. That's quite a thing. That's quite a company to work for. Oop, our exit's coming up. Just to make sure. Oh, that sunset in the background is beautiful. Okay, so you're gonna get off in the outer lane. That's pretty awesome. I had an aunt who worked for Ford, and that's how she would get her vehicles too. That's awesome though. Get to ride around in style. And such a long trailer. Trying to keep it in my lane, but yeah. Literally pull into the outside lane to then go super slow around. Yeah, it was bad. that was bad driving on his behalf, but that's okay. Let's get up to speed and see if we can pass him. Oh yeah, if I wasn't trying to pay attention, he was perfectly fine in the lane that he was, but you know, it happens. Good thing on SCS you're putting in realism of bad drivers. We were driving up the RV on Friday. Okay, it is a 40-foot RV. Okay, you can't miss it. Getting off of an exit where it's one lane and it splits into 4, but it's one lane for a while. Okay, getting towards the end, looking around. Okay, nobody's there. Slow it down. Come on. Going way too fast. There we go. Nobody's coming. Start heading over into the left lane, and all of a sudden, this jacked up black Ram truck comes flying by me, almost sideswiping the camper, and runs the red light and just goes flying off into the night. It's stupid. I am not sure what kind of car that is, so I'm gonna have to look that up. See, it's funny. I'm not the biggest car guy. My dream car is literally a family sedan. That's where my dream car sits in my brain. But I do like race cars, so I like the components and the engineering of vehicles. So that's why I'll have to look that up, just because I don't know them by name. Hey, another hauler. Number 43. Taking our long stretch off the highway out into the beaches area. It's interesting, when we're doing the X-Plane 11, when we're doing our East Coast flight, Norfolk International is actually one of the airports that we stopped at. Do you know if in the future that's what you want your job to be, is something with cars, or do you have something else in mind? I always love to ask that question, whether it's my students, whether it's friends. What's the job that you want to eventually have? Like their sporty car? Okay. Like literally in high school, all I wanted to be was a whale trainer at SeaWorld. And then here I am, a technical director for theater and a teacher. Just to see class in general. Okay. The backside of Norfolk. We're getting closer and closer. You want to do YouTube? You want to do it as a full career? Heading from the bridge to the tunnel to the bridge. Love this architecture. Love this engineering. Do something with bands and cars. Nice. If you could find a way to kind of mix that all together, that would be awesome. I don't know how you would. So I'm feeling I could have a busy life like a celebrity. Believe me, as somebody who's known a handful of celebrities through my career, they're not as busy as they make it sound. They have a lot of free time. But you won't be one? Hey, you never know. You never know. Oh, not what I wanted. High beams. Let me just completely black out. Turn the blinker on way too soon. There we go. Extra brakes, lots of weight behind us. What, with the lights on? Oh yeah. That was my mistake. Yet again, my button box isn't hooked up properly, so gotta resort to using the keyboard and forgetting what the keys are. Big swing. A little bit bigger swing than I wanted to. I try not to. I try to keep the realism solid when we're using American Truck Sim. I try to keep the realism. That does not mean accidents don't happen, especially with the questionable AI that's in the game. Oh, little street. All right. We might wait for that. Come on. No, yes, no, you gonna go? The weird echoing? That's so weird. I'll have to go back on the recording and see what happens here. It's so bizarre. Actually speed it up a little bit. It's actually 35 through here. And then stopped in the middle. How strange. That guy was going way too fast at the intersection and then stopped. Yeah. Gotta love it. That's why the people who actually drive these rigs, just a little bit on the curb there, who actually drive these rigs, and I know they're not usually going down small roads like this, but kudos to them being able to drive these things, especially just how long they are. All right, pulling up on our final destination now. Brakes are still questionable. There we go. And Vistaprint is our destination of choice today. Let's see. High beam just so I can see where the entrance is. Alrighty. I want to make sure that we don't damage any of the trailer. Turn on the flashers. Banana four-way intersection, and the trucker will use the air horn constantly blow it to prevent getting hit. Happens. I forgot. We technically don't. This is not our technical drop-off. This is just where we're gonna have to call it. Just barely missing that building. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's put the brake on for now. Not the prettiest parking job, but it's where the truck keeps sounding like an owl. That's funny. But this is where we're going to leave it. This is the destination where we needed to get our car. Do you mind? There's just jets flying around in the background. I'm not sure we can see one, but you can hear it. But we needed to get down to Virginia for our time trial at Martinsville, and we are here. Love driving this truck, love driving with this trailer, the paint schemes and all that, you know, luckily I learned how to do. So super excited about that. A great trip. You can hear the dog barking in the background. Must be the mailman is here. But if you guys like what you saw, we're out on YouTube at PadfootTD Space Games, here on Twitch at PadfootTD, and we're on Instagram if you want to see some of the cute dogs that are barking at PadfootTD Games on Instagram. But I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.